Good morning, everybody.
Hey guys,
Joe here.
Kevin.
Kevin, I love Wednesdays.
Yeah, Wednesdays are great. We have three great shows in a row, and then after you leave, I get to do The Sopranos.
Yeah.
So Wednesdays, it's a long day, but it's a really fun day.
Which, by the way, I'm keeping up with your reactions to Sopranos.
Oh yeah,
I love that show.
that show's great.
There's
I'm only two deeps, but
still,
I'm we're off topic. I'm really waiting for Junior and his mother to be like a legit problem because I feel like these might be the two biggest foes on the show so far.
just wait. A lot of folks say that season 1 of Sopranos might be one of the best seasons of TV.
Sure.
So
Well,
you're in for the long
so
haul on
far
that
so good. Yeah.
one. But Good Place. This is one of our favorite shows. Certainly
For
one of your
sure.
guys' favorite shows too, because you keep showing us nothing but amazing support in the show.
Well, as a comedy, it is so textured and
Yes.
layered, and there's so much like intellectualism kind of layered in. It's like this is, like I said, this is a master class on how can you actually do good storytelling and make some really strong important points and do it within the framework of a 30-minute comedy series.
Yeah.
And this show is like the blueprint for it.
really is, and honestly, the lore is so deep too.
Yeah,
The world they've built. I've never seen anything like it.
No, especially since the world building, the entire first season was. Well, you had a completely wrong view of what the world they're building is.
Yeah.
It was like they yanked the rug out from under you, and it's like this is what the world actually is, and it's so compelling moving forward. And I've loved this season. Like there was so much more mystery in the first season.
There was,
but the thematic stuff they're doing in this season, right? Where especially with Janet and Michael and their relationship, not just to each other, but to the emerging idea that they're both learning how hard it is just to be a person.
Sure.
Which I think is is like, hey, people in the world, it's okay to give each other and yourselves a little bit of a break because this isn't easy. This life that we all lead.
Like the first season was the core characters,
right?
Had to be
Sure.
people, and I like how they flipped it. Right, this is the Overlord's turn to figure out how to be a person, what constitutes that, and I like that. I like that we're running the gamut on everybody there, and I don't know if that's going to be the same situation going forward in season 3. But it's certainly compelling right now.
My guess would be, and of course, guessing on this show is absolutely
impossible,
meaningless, right? Impossible. Yeah. My guess would be that once Janet and Michael are kind of completely caught up to the other four, and on board, and it looks like they're getting there, that they kind of move forward from this point together, and just like. In their growth cycle, right? Sure. In the arcs and the growth of the characters, I think there's going to be a point where everyone's kind of on the same page moving forward. And I think we might be getting close to that because at the end of the last episode, we reintroduced Sean as the real antagonist, right? And we haven't had much of an antagonist. We've had Vicky and the other demons, but they're clearly kind of buffoons, right?
Yeah,
and so they've been easy to trick and like kind of keep at bay.
They're small fish.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't think anyone gets the sense that Sean is stupid or gullible or easy to push around.
He's scary.
Yeah, Sean is actually scary because he's so unemotional about everything.
Yeah,
that Sean feels like a real threat. And now that he's back. I feel like now we've kind of gotten to a point where all 6 of the central characters need to kind of come together because Sean is so formidable.
They do
compared to everyone else.
The interesting thing is that Michael is an unreliable narrator. I think he's over his hijinks for the most part, but still, there's part of me that doesn't trust him.
Yeah,
we have to at this point, though.
Right? Yeah,
to beat Sean, you have to trust Michael.
Right, and I feel like it's one of those things where it's like you can't really trust Michael, but the one thing you can trust Michael to do is when he is misbehaving, to feel bad about it later, which is a big step, right? Feeling remorse and guilt is a huge step. Some people can't pull that off.
Shout out the Janet episode with him and Janet. Because that was
loved amazing. Yeah, it was fantastic. But like that's a real human weakness is people who can't admit they were wrong or apologize. Right, that just nails on a chalkboard for me when we're watching a show. Is like, just say you're sorry. And people who can't do it.
Rose on Miss Maisel.
Oh, all the time, and it's like, oh, that is so hard to empathize with. I live in the Midwest. We apologize for literally everything.
Sorry,
I'm saying, yeah, exactly. Oh. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. That's kind of our
you hit me. You hit me with your shopping cart. My bad.
Yeah. Exactly. Right. So yeah, this is great stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna get rolling here, guys. I do want to go ahead and welcome Steven, Zach Conway, and Anthony G to our Patreon group. Thanks so much, guys. We are very, very happy you're here with us.
Yes, we are. And if you guys are watching this on YouTube for the first time, welcome to our channel. If you'd like to hit the like button for us, leave some comment down below, and please hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on the new content we have coming your way.
If you'd like to see a full-length reaction to this and everything else we've watched or are watching, please check out a link in the description below to our Patreon page. on all of our shows, including The Good Place. We're 4 episodes ahead or more, depending on the show, on Patreon of where we're on YouTube. So if you get done watching the YouTube edits here and want to keep going, that is the place to do it. You will have to sync and watch along on your own DVDs or streaming service or Blu-rays because you're only going to see and hear us for copyright purposes. We're also watching 30 Rock right now as a Patreon exclusive and loving it. Oh, yeah.
Shut the door. Have a seat.
Getting right back into it. Yes, we are.
When you proposed this new form of torture, we all laughed behind your back. But against all odds, it seems you've pulled it off. What you've done here is truly amazing.
Really?
Yes, I'm jubilant.
So,
as a result of our success, I'm getting a seat on the High Council. You are being promoted.
Was that good or bad? Because it becomes harder to fake, right?
Congratulations.
I think it's definitely bad because he has to expand this now.
Right. Yeah.
Let more people in on it.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, wow. You're really happy?
Can't you tell? I'm basically squealing like a birthday girl.
Later, after Michael briefs us on how we're going to be fake tortured today, we can just sit down and have a chat.
Yes, good idea.
They're gonna break up, huh?
They have to, yeah.
Surprise, idiots. You're all in the bad place.
Why are you revealing this now?
Well, it was an experiment, and it worked, so my boss is promoting me.
The 4 of you will be brought to the real bad place, where your brains will be removed, studied, and batted about a stadium like beach balls. And you will be, you know, tortured for ever.
Michael, is this all true?
Yes, Eleanor, it is. Why don't we have a farewell party here tonight? You know, just to thank the crew for all the hard work.
Maybe Janet can help. You're wrong. Janet?
Oh, hi, little cuties. I love you guys.
We put a restraining bracelet on her, disrupting her powers.
It's made of magnets.
Oh, yeah, because
it's messing with the brain. Yeah, okay.
Can't believe Michael betrayed us again. Why is it always the ones we most expect?
Right?
I should have seen this coming.
I think this is really going to be his
Michael
big
saves
moment.
everybody, yeah.
Who's to say they won't agree to a deal, hear what we have to say, and then turn around and install us into their horrible human zoo?
There's no other option.
Could get her to call us a train to Mindy St. Clair's house. We know for a fact that the people from the bad place can't follow us there, and I vote for that.
I vote
I would too,
No.
actually.
I vote we ignore everything Michael just said and blindly assume he's still on our side.
Well, was kind of there too, yeah. Because what choice did he have?
He does no choice.
Yeah.
When Michael was mocking us about trying to become better people, whose name did he use, huh?
Kierkegaard. I think he was sending us a message. Michael was telling us to trust him.
See,
I had a long
think that's
talk
great,
with
yeah.
him the other night. I think
That's true.
he's on our side.
Or
I do
maybe
too.
he's
I'm
a
100% there.
supernatural demon designed to torture people who just got offered his dream job.
I think we gotta go to the cops.
What cops? Where do you think we are?
Humans make a lot of mistakes when they're horny.
That is so true.
It's very true.
Boss, give me a second here.
What the here, dude?
Vicky.
My hard work paid off for you.
What the hear? That's funny.
Oh, it took me a second.
Yeah. That's really good.
Now, if I tell him that you've been in charge of this version, he's eventually going to find out that there have been hundreds of failed versions.
Oh.
Remember when we thought she was good, Eleanor?
Yeah. I know, right? She's the worst.
Yeah. Art form that we literally invented
Midsummer.
here in the bad place.
Yeah.
The comedy
The
roast.
cheese there.
Yeah.
The comedy roast was invented in the bad place. That makes sense.
Look, he's wearing a suit.
Lucky for you, my friend, Jaguars games are the only ones televised in the bad place because they suck!
Don't take it personally. He just has to put on a show for the other demons.
And the last song played at one of her parties, and she would run off and cry because she still hadn't won her parents' approval. One of us is a manipulative demon who's an expert at making other people miserable, and then the other one is me.
See, he's telling him.
Joke, okay. You love Chidi, and Chidi doesn't love you back. Boom! Speaking of cheating is something no one has ever said because no one talks about cheating. Now, when you taught the trolley problem, did you secretly wish that it could be you who wound up under the trolley?
See? Yeah, this is...
Yeah.
This is literally him telling
Yeah,
me.
he's telling him something, yeah.
Oh, man.
Tear this mother to the ground!
The giraffes. Oh my God.
Somehow in their escape, Derek's going to be important. It has something to do with the trolley too.
It's in there. I feel like he's just like giving them clues. He's like, guys, listen to me. We're good.
I guess Michael really did flip back to the bad side.
Oh, just one thing. That roast was the meanest thing I've ever seen.
Michael sucks now. He pretended to be our friend. He's gonna torture us for eternity.
Literally mentioned
you know
going
what
to
the worst
Mindy's.
part is?
He did. And the trolley situation.
Yeah.
This is literally his trolley situation.
Blake Bortles is a cool name. Derek Bortles is a dumb name.
Derek is your answer. There it is. Yeah, she's getting it.
Help me get these bracelets off for Janet.
No, Sean put them on her for a reason. I'm not overruling the boss.
You're such a suck-up, Gail.
I'm still partial to the old-fashioned scorpion diapers, but you've done great work here.
The humans are escaping.
It's Michael. Michael's responsible for this neighborhood.
How did they get Janet's bracelets off? It's literally impossible for a human to do. It's like breathing underwater or driving without texting.
Oh, she set her up. He set her up. He knew she would do that.
He probably actually did say something, Vicky.
You aided the humans just to spite Michael. You're not a demon. You're a jerk.
Wait, this is a trick. Michael is the traitor.
Janet, great stuff as always.
No, duh.
And as for Vicky,
No, wait.
I'll start the extradition papers. You stay here. I want every trace of this neighborhood erased.
Demons are leaving the town. Oh.
No, that was a bad idea. That was so scary so many different times. I hated that. I was so scared for you.
We told you he was on our side.
You're my friends.
Can somebody please explain what happened? And can you guys just be a tiny bit quieter? Because I've been drunk on magnets all day.
Michael was telling us to use Derek, Janet's Derek, for something. There were clues in the roast. Maybe Michael wanted us to wait until the end of the party when everyone was at their most distracted.
And use Derek to drive the train because he has some of Janet's powers.
Derek, we need you to drive this train and take us to Mindy St. Clair's house. Can you do that?
Derek?
Okay, yeah. So he wasn't telling him to go to the media place, saying stay there.
Michael said we shouldn't get on that train.
Any minute now, those demons are gonna come looking for us. Where are we supposed to hide? Oh, no.
You're gonna be flying a solo mission.
Maximum Derek.
Fooled those mofos like the chumps they are.
We got all 4 clues you left us.
Oh, that's great. I framed Vicky. It's pretty easy. I just kept whispering things into Janet's ear to make her paranoid.
Let's just take a moment here. They're gone, which means that we won and might actually get a chance to go to the real good place.
Wait.
Oh, yeah, I don't
think that he can actually do it. Yeah.
Thanks for helping us all those times we showed up. To repay you, here's a willing sex robot and 2 duffel bags full of cocaine.
Oh my God.
Oh, good for Mindy.
Everybody gets a happy ending.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, we kind of called that, right? We're like, are we at the point now where they have to start working together now that Sean's back? And 100% absolutely.
Yeah.
I hope we get more Derek. I saw that somebody on Patreon said that Derek's broken language is they would translate it into other languages and then have Google Translate it back into English, and that's what they used for his dialogue, which is why everything's just a little off.
It's so
which is perfect. It's perfection.
I really enjoy his character in the show. I'm glad they brought him back so soon.
Sure.
Because they put him like into his
his void.
Yeah, his void is like what's it called? His sleep mode or whatever.
Oh, right, the power down. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh well, he's gone for a while. You know, but I'm glad they brought him right back. Also, I don't know. Well, they're destroying the neighborhood. He wants the entire neighborhood destroyed. Where are they gonna go?
Well, the plan is now that everyone's gone, it's just them. Is now they've succeeded. They've helped Michael. Now they get to go to the actual good place. But I think it was pretty clear
by his face,
by his reaction that that's not a thing. So,
or at the very least, he can't go.
Well, I don't think he can get them there. Yeah. I think the important thing is that he gets them there, and that's definitely not going to happen.
Yeah, definitely not.
So he's feeling guilty about it. Like we said, that's kind of like a step right towards becoming a better person, is feeling guilty about the bad things you do.
And you're right. His response to you guys, that was so good.
Perfect. Ted Danson's so good in that role.
He's amazing in this role. This is well, okay. Cheers is Cheers, but like this is as iconic as Sam. I feel like
absolutely.
Michael is an incredible character.
Right.
I don't know what the next step is going to be because they're going to come right back.
Yeah, that's the thing is even if they don't come right back, even if they assume that Michael's torn the place down and now there's nothing and so they're not there, I think the next step has got to be Michael has to admit that he can't get them to the good place. He
has to hatch a plan and then
and I have no idea what that's going to be.
Yeah. And that's why I love this season because it seems to be they focus on the issue at hand per episode.
Yeah.
They figure something out. Here's the resolution that leads right into the next episode. So like they really take their time week to week. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think this might be the big one of the show though.
How so? Oh, like this
getting to the good place, right? Yeah. I mean, obviously there's going to be a whole lot of other things that happen.
Sure.
I don't think we're on. Hey, look at this! Halfway through season 2, now we're finally on a linear path for the show.
Yeah.
I don't believe that for a second.
No.
But I think that this is the big resolution that they're going to introduce now: is can these 4 people, and possibly Michael and Janet as well, actually get to the good place?
Is the twist they're going to be like, we can't go to the good place?
Well, at least on the next episode it is. But I have a hard time in this kind of show believing that it's not going to work out for them in some way, right?
Sure.
I don't know if that means going to the good place or just not going to the bad place, or there's another alternative. There's a possibility that Sean himself, who is now on the side of the cover-up because he has to be, because now he's the one looking bad. He's the one who's like, don't tell anybody anything. This is just between us. Because he's getting promotion too.
Yeah.
Sean, you never know with this show. Sean may well end up being an ally down the road as well.
I hope. Because Sean
I do too, because I love him.
You're a jerk.
You're a jerk. And I got his face.
He said that.
The quality of the cast and able to deliver like the simplest lines in a way that is so compelling and so funny. It's amazing. Everybody is so good. You know, a great actor can take any bit of dialogue and just crush it.
Yeah.
And everyone in this cast,
Jason
has their moments.
Just said Derek.
Yeah, he just said
Derek.
Maximum Derek.
Like that's awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
And if I have one ask from this season, can we please get Adam Scott for one episode?
I want more Adam Scott. I really love Trevor.
Just one more Trevor.
Was it? It was Trevor, right?
It was Trevor for sure. Like he was.
I couldn't remember if it was Trevor or Trent, but Trent was Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. Yeah. Pookie, who I also loved.
I like Pookie. Yeah. Pookie out.
If you didn't watch our reactions to Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, go do that right now.
I miss it. That's what
that's such a good show.
We replaced it with this show.
Absolutely.
I miss Crazy Ex-Girlfriend.
But yeah, I think that there's so much because we have no idea what the next step is, right?
Yeah.
They survived this hurdle. They survived the fake good place, right? And all the other demons are gone. Now, how do we move them forward in a way that at least leads towards self-preservation?
Yeah.
And because we have no idea how that's going to go, this show, which is always brilliant, can go in so many different directions now into how we make that happen.
Yeah, and it's
I have no idea.
I'm not good at predicting the show.
No, God, no, nobody is.
Famously seen in season 1. But I think it does work out because we have 2 seasons left. What it's going to look like, I don't know. I'm willing to bet that we're probably onto something. You're onto something with the Sean bit, right? Where they have to like kind of.
I would think so, right?
That's the only option I can see in terms of them keeping the neighborhood, them keeping themselves preserved.
Right, Sean. Yeah, because Sean's on the chopping block a little bit now too, because he's getting promoted. I also think that there's the idea that it's really tough to be a person, so it's okay to empathize with them. That Michael now has, that Janet's starting to learn a little bit.
Yeah.
It's not outside the realm of possibility that Sean ends up learning that too. That it just kind of spreads like a virus.
Yeah.
This idea that the oversimplification of dumb humans,
sure,
right? That everyone in the bad place has been living with that.
Yeah.
Now the idea of like, yeah, they do dumb things, but it's not because humans are worthless. It's because it's just not easy living a human life, which I think is largely what the show's about, right? Yeah, everybody has their good moments and their bad moments. Everybody crushes it and everybody falters. And I think Michael's learned that for sure.
Yeah, he's changed for the better.
Completely, right? And I think Janet's learning that a little bit with her, emotional roller coaster with Jason.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's outside the realm of possibility that kind of everybody on the show at some point learns it. Vicky might even learn it at some point.
They're really going the Rocky IV round. If I
love
can
it.
change.
Yeah, exactly. By the way, from what I understand, there's an edit of Rocky IV that Stallone put out that cuts out the robot.
Yeah.
I say watch that because there is nothing more jarring in Rocky IV than that stupid
Here's
robot.
My hot take.
That Paulie definitely falls in love with.
Here's my hot take. I love the robot. I love Rocky 3 and 4. They're ridiculous, but they're so 80s and so camp. I want the robot. I'm mad the robot didn't show up in Creed. I'm being completely honest with you.
It'd be so funny if he showed up.
Do it. Creed 4, put a robot in it.
Polly's ex-girlfriend, the robot.
We need Ex Machina meets Creed. Let's do it. Come on.
God. All right. Well, we have definitely derailed.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being with us, folks. We will catch you next week on the next one.
Derek.